Hi children, I am your Srinivasa from Sri Sai Sadhbhaavana school. We have finished the 15th lesson. Now we are moving to the 16th lesson, that is our government. You know, everyone is saying government, government. Then what is the meaning of government? What is the function of it? How it is helpful to us? How we are creating it or how we will form it? Everything we will study in the brief up to your level they have given here. In the higher classes, when you go to the 9th standard, 9th standard, 10th standard, they have two lessons or three lessons about this. Okay, so now here you just learn in brief what is our government. So here I will read the para, afterwards I will explain. In a family, an older member is the head of all other members, help him or her to run the house. In the same way, a group of members is elected by the people to take care of the safety and welfare of the country. This group of elected members is known as the government. India, being a vast country, has been divided into smaller parts called states. Each state has its own government called the state government. We also have the central government at the national level. Yes, we have a small family. In our family, one person took the charge or the looking after the family. He will take all the in charge, maybe your mother or your father. Or if grandparents are there, they will take care of it. They will take care of the family. All other people are helping them. All other people are helping them to run the family nicely. For example, to purchase something, your father or your brother may help. To pay the electricity bill, somebody will help. To pay the water bill, somebody will help in your family only. Like that, in the cooperation, the family will move smoothly. In the same way, family is a small unit. Family is a very small unit compared to the government. Government is also one of the helping, that is coordination between the members who are elected by the people to serve us. In brief, I will explain. For example, in our Bannerghatta, we need water facility, we need road facility, we need the road should be cleaned, we need the tractor should come and collect the waste and everything from our house, we need the buses, we need the schools, we need the electricity, everything. To look after that, it is not possible as to look after, everyone should go and question somebody. So what we will do, we will elect one person, we will select one person to look after all these things. Voluntarily he will come and he will say, yes, I will look after all those things, please elect me. For that reason, we will keep the election. Who got the more votes, he will be selected as the member or the person who is responsible for the persons who are elected for him. So he will look after the everything, the roads or the cleanliness or the water supply, everything, whatever you need, everything, the basic needs, he will supply to you. That is called as government. That is called as government. So here, what is the main thing is, the people should live happily with getting all the facilities. For that, we will elect some people to look after the nation, to look after the state, or to look after the taluk and all those things. So that is called as government. Here they are given, in a family, an older member is the head and all other members help him or her to run the house. Yes, maybe she or he look after the family. All other people help him. In the same way, a group of members are elected by the people to take care of the safety and welfare of the country. Yes, all the people will select one person or some person. It is not possible to maintain by one person. We select some persons. That is called as election. In the election, we cast our vote. So the person who got more votes being selected as the person or the representative of us. Yes, we call him as the representative of us. He will do whatever we want. Whatever we want, and the basic things he will supply, everything he will look after. Okay. This group of elected members is known as government. Yes, the persons who work together like this. Everywhere they are selecting the people together, they will work for the welfare of the people. That is called as government. That is called as government. India being a vast country has been divided into smaller parts called states. Yes, you know very well our India. It has got more states. It is a huge land. This is the 7th largest country in the world. So it has more states, more union territories. In the states, once again divided into districts. In the districts, once again divided into taluks. Taluks once again divided into panchayats or hoblis. Hoblis once again divided into panchayats. Panchayats are divided into villages. So from the base of the village, for every person to look after, we will elect the people. We will elect the people. Okay. Each state has its own government called the state government. We also have the central government at the national level. Yes. Here they have given only about the state government and the central government. Okay. We will discuss about these two. Central government is at the national level. Central government is at the national level. State government is at the our state level. Okay. So here they are given about the central government. The parliament is the law making body of the central government, which is it consists of the president and the two houses, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. There is also a council of ministers headed by the prime minister to advise the president in carrying out his or her duties. The president is the head of the Union of India. Yes, they are given here about the central government. The parliament is the law-making body of the central government. We call this as central government, which is headed in the central, that is in the country. Throughout the country it look after. Throughout the country it look after. Who are the people here in the central government? The president. Who is the head? President. And Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. These are the two houses where the elected people will discuss. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. For Lok Sabha, we select the people by the MP, what we call it as member of parliament. We call them as the member of parliament or MPs. Member of parliament. This Rajya Sabha, member of legislative assembly, they will select by the MLAs or MPs. Okay, that we will read next. This Lok Sabha is very, very important. That is headed by the president as well as by the prime minister and the remaining member of parliament. There is president and the two houses, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. There is also a council of ministers headed by the prime minister to advise the president in carrying out his or her duties. Yes, here the MPs, all the MPs, they will select one person as the prime minister. As the prime minister. Yes, he and his MPs will give the suggestions to the president. President is the head of the Union of India. Yes, who is the head? President. He is the head of the Indian government. He is the head of the Indian government. Whatever the decisions they will take, they will discuss with the president, and then only it will comes to the amendment. The Lok Sabha is the lower house of the parliament. People of each state elect members to represent them in the Lok Sabha. They are called the members of parliament. Yes, I have already explained. The Lok Sabha is the lower house of the parliament. lower house of the parliament. People of each state will elect members to represent them in Lok Sabha. Yes, in state, according to the district and taluks, they divide this much of people has to be elected according to the population. For this much population, one member. Like that they will divide. According to that population, they elect the or select the MP, what we call it as member of parliament, and the MPs will look after in the Lok Sabha. Look after the Lok Sabha. They are called the members of parliament or MP. They are elected for a period of 5 years. Yes, every 5 years they want to face the election. If they are selected continuously, then they will go. If they are rejected by the people and the new person is selected, the new person will go to the place or to the Lok Sabha. It is not a permanent. It is the only valid for 5 years. After the 5 years, everyone has to go for the next election. They are elected for a period of 5 years. The speaker is an important officer of the Lok Sabha. He or she conducts the proceedings of the Lok Sabha. Yes, I will explain. For example, 25 members are there in MPs. Just I am giving. This is more than 25. Okay. So total MPs, they will select. One person has their head. He is called as the speaker. He is called as the speaker. Okay. He maintains the people to sit in the places and discussions on what are the duties of the people, what are the duties of the MPs, how they will do the work in their areas, and what are the problems. If anybody has the problem, then they will discuss in that house, that is in the parliament house. Okay, that will be shown in the DD1 Chandana. In not all the channels, they will have this parliament house Chandana TVs. In that they will give the live telecast of this houses, parliament houses. Okay, the speaker is an important officer of the Lok Sabha. He or she conducts the proceedings of the Lok Sabha. Proceedings means how the Lok Sabha will be conducted. Yes, for every year they will meet in some days. Okay, that is called as parliament days. So at that days, in the days, they have to attend the parliament and they will discuss. If somebody will argue against him, because if they didn't do any work, the other people, they will argue, you are not done any work. Like that, they will talk to each other. So that is called as parliament house. There they will discuss to each other. The Rajya Sabha is the permanent house of the parliament. Members of the Rajya Sabha are elected by the members of the state government. Yes, MLAs. Who will elect? MLAs will elect this Rajya Sabha people. Rajya Sabha is the permanent house of the parliament. Members of the Rajya Sabha are elected by the members of the state government. 12 members are nominated by the president. The vice president is the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. President is the chairman of the Lok Sabha. Vice president, we have two presidents, president as well as the vice president. So the vice president will take care of the Rajya Sabha. Okay. So this is about the central government. Once again I will read. The parliament is the law-making body of the central government. It consists of the president and the two houses, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. There is also a council of ministers headed by the Prime Minister to advise the president in carrying out his or her duties. The president is the head of the Union of India. The Lok Sabha is the lower house of the parliament. People of each state elect members to represent them in the Lok Sabha. They are called the members of the parliament or MP. They are elected for a period of 5 years. The speaker is an important officer of the Lok Sabha. He or she conducts the proceedings of the Lok Sabha. The Rajya Sabha is the permanent house of the parliament. Members of the Rajya Sabha are elected by the members of the state government. 12 members are nominated by the president. The vice president is the chairman of Rajya Sabha. So up to here I have explained. Now the parliament house. See here they have given the parliament house where the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha is held. Okay, that is the parliament house. Okay, here all the MPs will sit there and they will discuss about our nation, how to will develop everything. Here they will discuss. Okay, this is very important house, that is the parliament house. Next come to state government. Next come to state government. Each state has its own government consisting of the governor, chief minister and the other ministers. The governor is the head of the state. The chief minister forms the government along with the ministers. The people of the state cast their votes and elect their representatives who are called the members of the legislative assembly, that is MLA. The legislative assembly is a body which makes the law and governs the state. Yes, when come to this is about the central government. Next come to the state. Next come to the state government. Yes, we have some government in our state, not only in Karnataka, in all the states. They have their own state government, because the people from Delhi, they didn't come and look after here. So we will elect some local people for our government. Okay. Each state has its own government consisting of the governor, chief minister and the other ministers. Governors are selected by the central government. They will send one person as the governor to look after the state. Chief minister and the other ministers, they are all elected by the people of that state. For example, in our Karnataka, we will conduct for every year one MLA election. We call it as MLA election, Member of Legislative Assembly election. Okay, here what the people MLAs do. The governor is the head of the state. The chief minister forms the government along with his ministers. The people of the state cast their votes and elect their representatives who are called the members of Legislative Assembly or MLA. First, what will they will do? They will announce the election. In that, some ruling parties, other parties, they will select the candidate to stand in the election. Then the people will cast their vote. That means they vote for the people. Who has got more vote is selected as the MLA. For every taluk, we have one MLA. For our Anekal taluk also, we have one MLA. Okay. In Bangalore South, Bangalore North, Bangalore East, Bangalore West, like that, the Bangalore is divided. So in all the states, and even for all the other taluks, we have the MLAs. Okay. More than 230 some MLAs are there. Okay, I will tell you the name, the number of MLAs now. Next, that MLAs, they will select their leader. He is called as the chief minister. He is called as the chief minister. Here in Lok Sabha, these MPs, they will select one person. He is called as the prime minister. In the same way, in the state government, he is called as the chief minister. CHIEF, chief minister. Who is our chief minister? Yes, Mr. Yediyurappa. Who is our prime minister? Mr. Narendra Modi. Yes, he is the prime minister and Yediyurappa is the chief minister of our country. Okay, so MLAs. What is the function of these MLAs? Yes, they will look after their taluk. They will look after their taluk. The Legislative Assembly is a body which makes the law and governs the state. Yes, this Legislative Assembly will look after the state. MPs will look after the country, MLAs will look after the state. Sir, they also look after, these people also look after. Then who is responsible? First is the MLAs, afterwards the MPs. Because one MLA, 5 MLA constitutions, for 5 MLAs, 1 MP is there. Okay, for 5 taluks, they will be there only 1 MP. Okay, because throughout the country they have to select the MPs. For that reason, they will select 1, 2, 3, or according to the population, they select the MPs. But here, for every taluk, we have the MLAs. Okay, so this is about the state government. Once again, I will read the state government. Please look at the textbook. Each state has its own government consisting of the governor, chief minister and the other ministers. The governor is the head of the state. The chief minister forms the government along with the ministers. The people of the state cast their votes and elect their representatives who are called the members of the Legislative Assembly or MLA. The Legislative Assembly is a body which makes law and governs the state. Next come to union territories. There are 9 union territories in India. Delhi is also one of them. Unlike states which have their own local government, union territories are governed directly by the central government. However, union territories of Delhi, Puducherry and Jammu and Kashmir have yes, there are 9 union territories in India. Delhi is also one of them. We have 9 union territories. Delhi is also one of them. For example, Puducherry, Jammu and Kashmir, and Goa is also that one, but now it becomes as a state. That what the islands we have, they are also called as union territories. So like that, they have their own government, but they are directly ruled by the central government. They are directly ruled by the central government. Everything will be controlled by the central government only, which have their, unlike states which have their own local government, union territories are governed directly by the central government. However, union territories of Delhi, Puducherry and Jammu and Kashmir have a legislative assembly. Yes, this have this legislative assembly, that means MLAs are present in Delhi, Puducherry and Jammu and Kashmir. So see, they are given the Secretariat building in Chandigarh and Karnataka State Assembly. You know this very well. That is Vidhana Sauda. All of you visited that Vidhana Sauda once. It is a beautiful building of our Karnataka State Assembly. So this is about the government of central government as well as the state government and the union territories. Union territories is nothing but they are also a small state, but they are directly controlled by the central government. There is no any local government there. Try this. They are given the clues. The head of the union, presiding officer of Lok Sabha, head of the state. Okay, who is the head of the Indian Union? President. Presiding officer. I will send this through in the classwork. Okay, come to, do you know, the last Governor General of our country was Sri Rajagopalachari. Ramnath Kovind is the 14th President of our country. The 14th Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, is the first Prime Minister to be born after India attained independence. Yes, this is about the, do you know, the last Governor General of our country was Sri Rajagopalachari. Governor General means before the independence, we have some Governor Generals, that is according to the British rule. So, who is the last Governor General of our country? Is Sri Rajagopalachari. Ramnath Kovind is the 14th President of our country. He is the 14th President. The 14th Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, he is the first Prime Minister to be born after India attained independence. That means he is born after 1947. Before that, the people who are ruling was before, they have born before the independence. But this Narendra Modi was born after the independence. Let us recall, we have central government at the national level. The elections for Lok Sabha are held once in 5 years. Each state has its own government consisting of the governor, chief minister and the council of ministers. Yes, we have central government at the national level, that is called as Lok Sabha. The people are called as member of parliament. The elections for Lok Sabha are held in once in 5 years. Each state has its own government called MLAs, that is MLA, governor, chief minister and council of ministers. Yes, they will select one person as the minister. For example, education purpose, one person education minister. To look after the road, PWD minister. To look after the water sources, Neeravari Mantri. Okay, like that they will select for each job. They will select one as the minister. They look after their work. Okay, the person who will look after the roads, that is national highways, that is one separate person is there. To look after the health and the health department, one minister is there. To look after the education, one minister is there. To look after the agriculture, one minister is there. Like that, they will divide the posts for the ministers. I hope you understand. This lesson we will continue in the next class. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.